Your Honor. All rise. Season 3, Episode 26, Friday, February 20th, 2026. Yes, sir. All clear. You folks may be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for once again joining me inside the Pennsylvania College Basketball Court, or the PCBC for short. This is Season 3, Episode 26, 450 for Lombardi. If you've missed any episodes from Season 3, if you search NWS 1999 into your search engine bar on YouTube, you will find my page at the Honorable Judge Noah. Hit that button, and while you're at it, if you haven't yet, hit that big white subscribe button so you don't miss out on the final week of the regular season, or the 2025-2026 PCBC men's basketball regular season. And if you go to playlists, you will find every episode that I've done so far, including this one, even though it just came out just a few minutes ago. You will find that episode as well in my playlist. So you can start from all the way back when I did it earlier in the summer to where we're at now. So you don't want to miss out. Because we only got two more episodes to film in the regular season before we do our episode, the recapping of games in the postseason. So you don't want to miss out. Seasons 1 and 2 can also be found of this series on my Instagram page. If you also look in the same bio, my link is there. Or if you click the title of this episode from the video, you scroll down, you'll be able to find my Instagram page there as well. Don't want to miss out on the first two seasons because they're pretty good. They're about as good as this season we've done so far. I'm your host, the Honorable Judge Noah, reporting live from the hometown and main base of the PCBC in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. In today's episode, we're going to be recapping the 8 games that occurred on Wednesday, February 18th. Go through the standings and then give you the matchups for tomorrow, Saturday, February 21st, 2026. It'll be the third to last game of the regular season for a lot of these teams except for East Stroudsburg, because they only have 2 games left in the regular season, and their final 2 games are next Wednesday and next Saturday. If you have not done so far, please hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the final week of the regular season. With that being said, Season 3, Episode 26 is now underway. Court is now in session. First game we're going to talk about. So overall, I got 5 out of 8 games correct on Wednesday. Let's talk about the first of 3 games I did not get correct. Penn West Edinburgh. We're going to start in the Macomb Fieldhouse as the Fighting Scots hosted the Golden Eagles of Clarion. In the first half, Clarion outscored Edinburgh 41-36. Second half, Clarion outscored Edinburgh 51-40 as the Golden Eagles keep their playoff hopes alive with a 92-76 win over the Fighting Scots. Clarion improves to 12-13 with a 7-10 record in conference play. Edinburgh drops to 12-12 with an 8-9 record in conference play. For Clarion, my player of the game goes to Ganon Cody. In 30 minutes, he went 11-20 from the field, 7-12 from three-point range, 3-4 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 block for 32 points. Trey Nelson in all 40 minutes had 2 rebounds, 9 assists for 20 points. Jeremy Thomas, the second in 26 minutes, had 8 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks for 13 points. Aiden Cunningham in 30 minutes had 10 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block for 12 points, recording a double-double. In the first half, Clarion shot 39.5% from the field, 31.6% from three-point range, and 45.5% from the free throw line. Second half shot 56.7% from the field, 53.9% from three-point range, and 83.3% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Eagles of Penn West Clarion shot 47.1% from the floor, 40.6% from three-point range, 65.2% from the free throw line. For Edinburgh, my player of the game goes to Mekhi Reynolds. 35 minutes, went 7-15 from the field, 6 of 10 from three-point range, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals for 23 points. Bryce Baez as one of 3 players for Edinburgh who put up 13 points. In 38 minutes, had 9 rebounds, 2 assists for 13 points. Edinburgh in 37 minutes had a double-double with 10 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal for 13 points. And Rowan Carmichael in 33 minutes had arguably his worst performance as a fighting Scot in terms of his shooting performance. Went 5 of 20 from the field and 1 of 10 from three-point range. 4 rebounds, 2 assists for 13 points. In the first half, Edinburgh shot 35% from the field, 21.1% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 4 out of 4. Second half shot 38.9% from the field, 35.3% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. Overall, the Fighting Scots at Penn West Edinburgh shot 36.8% from the floor, 27.8% from three-point range, and 76.9% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Edinburgh. Going 20 minutes north to Erie, the Ganon Golden Knights, who are now ranked number 5 in the country, were a part of the inaugural list for the Division II rankings for the Atlantic region. I will talk about all those teams once we get through to the IUP game. We'll talk about who's in the official rankings for the first week. As this week it was alphabetical order, so next week they will officially start doing the rankings for who is in and who is out of the playoff picture for the Atlantic region. Anyways, back to Slippery Rock and Ganon at the Highmark Event Center. First half, Ganon outscored Slippery Rock 69-38. Goodness gracious, almost 70 points. Most teams don't even put up that many points in a game. Second half, Ganon outscored Slippery Rock 48-35. Ganon absolutely blew Slippery Rock out of the water. I'm telling you, I think there's something wrong. When teams go to the Highmark Event Center, they completely forget how to play basketball because they cannot score more than like 80 points against Ganon and the Highmark Event Center. Ganon winning 117-73 over the Rock. Ganon improves to 23-2 of the 16-1 record in conference play on the doorstep of reaching its third straight number 1 finish in the PSAC West. Slippery Rock drops to 15-10 with an 8-9 record in conference play. For Slippery Rock, my player of the game goes to Brady Mayo. 29 minutes, went 4 of 12 from the field, of 7 from three-point range, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 assists for 14 points. Isaac James in 31 minutes had 8 rebounds, 1 assist for 13 points. Dane Givner in 24 minutes had 3 rebounds, 2 assists for 13 points. And Curran Prince in 29 minutes had 9 rebounds, 2 assists for 11 points. Actually, they should be en route. I'm currently filming this on Wednesday night following the conclusion of Mansfield and Bloomsburg. The time right now it's 11:06 p.m. So they should be en route to get back here to Slippery Rock here pretty soon. In the first half, Slippery Rock shot 48.3% from the field, 38.5% from three-point range, and 83.3% from the free throw line. Second half, they shot 50% from the field, 11.1% from three-point range, and 80% from the free throw line. Overall, the Rock of Slippery Rock shot 49.1% from the field, 27.3% from three-point range, and 81.3% from the free throw line. There was a technical foul that was assessed to Dane Givner. For Ganon, my player of the game is actually not Pace Purser this time. It is Lucas Morgan. In 20 minutes, he went 7 of 13 from the field, of 3 from three-point range, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal for 19 points. Pace Purser in 16 minutes had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals for 13 points. Precious Adiru in 15 minutes had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 steal for 13 points. Lucas Acasio off the bench in 19 minutes had 1 rebound, 3 assists, and a steal for 13 points. Lane Sarver in 16 minutes had 2 rebounds for 11 points. In the first half, Ganon shot 53.5% from the field, 42.9% from three-point range, and 85% from the free throw line. Second half shot 52.6% from the field, 21.4% from three-point range, and 71.4% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Knights of Ganon shot 53.1% from the floor, 32.1% from three-point range, and 81.5% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Ganon. Next game, Bloomsburg and Mansfield. This was a huge chance for Bloomsburg to end up being tied in terms of their conference record with Lock Haven. Unfortunately, that was not the case. At the Decker Gymnasium, In the first half, Mansfield outscored Bloomsburg 33-31. Second half, Mansfield outscored Bloomsburg 39-37. The Mountaineers get another surprising win over the Huskies, 72-68. Mansfield improves to 3-22 with a 2-17 record in conference play. Bloomsburg drops to 7-18 with a 4-15 record in conference play. For Bloomsburg, my player of the game goes to Reese Nagal. In 39 minutes, went 6 of 12 from the field, 1 of 5 from three-point range, 4-4 from the free throw line with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals for 17 points. Courtney Davis is second in 36 minutes, had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal for 13 points. Chase Smucker in 31 minutes had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal for 13 points. And George Sabatini in 20 minutes had 3 rebounds for a total of 11 points. In the first half, Bloomsburg shot 43.3% from the field, 27.3% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 2-2. Second half shot 55% from the field, 37.5% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Overall, the Huskies at the Commonwealth University of Bloomsburg shot 48% from the floor, 31.6% from three-point range, and 77.8% from the free throw line. 2 technical fouls assessed at Bloomsburg, one to Zion Nichols, and the other one was to Camden Glass. For Mansfield, my player of the game goes to Sterling Scott. 35 minutes, went 8 of 15 from the field, of 2 from three-point range, 2 of 6 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals for 18 points. Dearmid Stewart in 27 minutes had 9 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals for 17 points. Ty Barrett off the bench in 27 minutes had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal for 11 points. Darian Berrios Rivera in 23 minutes had 3 rebounds and 2 steals for 10 points. In the first half, Mansfield shot 39.4% from the field, 25% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. Second half shot 39.1% from the field, 25% from three-point range, and 69.2% from the free throw line. Overall, the Mountaineers of the Commonwealth University of Mansfield shot 39.3% from the floor, 25% from three-point range, and 68.8% from the free throw line. There was a technical foul assessed to the bench of Mansfield. Also, representing the Wet, White, and Blue again, as the United States won its matchup on Wednesday against Sweden in overtime. As of right now, they're actually, the time in this episode right now, they are playing Slovakia for a chance to win their first gold medal in 46 years. Hopefully they will, because if they win today, then they will play the gold medal game, which is at this Sunday at 8:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 2:10 local time in Milan. Anyways, next game, East Stroudsburg and Lock Haven at the Thomas Gymnasium. In the first half, East Stroudsburg outscored Lock Haven 36-30. Second half, Lock Haven outscored East Stroudsburg 46-44. East Stroudsburg getting a huge win on the road at Lock Haven, winning 80-76. East Stroudsburg improves to 19-7 with a 13-6 record in conference play. Lock Haven drops to 9-16 and 5-13 in conference play. I believe that's correct. Yeah, 9-16 and 5-13. Perfect. For East Stroudsburg, my player of the game goes to Ethan Maynard. At 28 minutes, went 7-13 from the field, 4-6 from three-point range, 2-2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block for 20 points. And Kenny Williams off the bench in 18 minutes had 2 rebounds, 4 assists for 14 points. In the first half, East Stroudsburg shot 38.9% from the field, 40% from three-point range, 0% from the free throw line, going 0-1. Second half shot 56.3% from the field, 33.3% from three-point range, and 55.6% from the free throw line. Overall, the Warriors of East Stroudsburg shot 47.1% from the floor, 37.9% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to East Stroudsburg. The Warriors were listed as one of the 10 teams for the Atlantic region. For Lock Haven, my player of the game goes to Luke Kennevan. In 33 minutes, went 9-14 from the field, 5-7 from three-point range, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal for 23 points. Dylan Scott had a double-double in 37 minutes with 11 rebounds, 4 assists, for 14 points. Blake Deegan in 26 minutes had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal for 10 points. In the first half, Lock Haven shot 41.4% from the field, 21.4% from three-point range, and 42.9% from the free throw line. Second half shot 50% from the field, 42.9% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 2-2. Overall, the Bald Eagles of the Commonwealth University of Lock Haven shot 46.3% from the field, 32.1% from three-point range, and 55.6% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Lock Haven. Next game, Keystone Arena, Millersville and Kutztown. First half, Millersville and Kutztown both scored 35 points apiece. Second half, Millersville outscored Kutztown 45-28 as Millersville wins 80-63 over Kutztown. The Marauders improved to 18-8 with a 13-6 record in conference play, still in the fight for that number 1 spot, which is where I had them from the beginning of the season and where I had them in my midseason predictions as well. Kutztown drops to 6-17 with a 3-15 record in conference play. Still in the playoff hunt right now, although they are very close to being out of playoff contention here pretty soon. For Millersville, my player of the game goes to Day Waters. 34 minutes, went 9 of 26 from the field, 2 of 12 from three-point range, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals for 24 points. Amir Hurst in 30 minutes had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, a block, and a steal for 13 points. Carnell Henderson in 33 minutes had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals for 12 points. And Eleazar Matthew Spratley in 32 minutes had 3 rebounds, 2 assists for 11 points. In the first half, Millersville shot 36.1% from the field, 27.8% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. Second half shot 51.6% from the field, 33.3% from three-point range, and 100% from the free throw line, going 8 out of 8. Overall, the Marauders of Millersville shot 43.3% from the floor, 30.3% from three-point range, 85.7% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed in Millersville. For Kutztown, my player of the game goes to Jalen Bryant. 37 minutes, went 8 of 17 from the field, 4 of 9 from three-point range, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds and assists for 21 points. Jordan Okoa Bisolo in 32 minutes had 7 rebounds, 2 assists for 15 points. And Josh McCoy in 36 minutes had 5 rebounds, 1 assist for 10 points. In the first half, Kutztown shot 46.7% from the field, 66.7% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Second half shot 38.5% from the field, 25% from three-point range, and 6 of 6 from the free throw line, going 100%. Overall, the Golden Bears of Kutztown shot 42.9% from the floor, 42.9% from three-point range, and 90% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Kutztown. Next game, Westchester and actually, we'll save that game for last. California and Pitt-Johnstown. We'll go over there next. The UPJ Sports Center. First half, California outscored Pitt-Johnstown 43-38. Second half, Pitt-Johnstown outscored California 42-41. As the Vulcans, as much as I hate saying it, unfortunately held on to win, as I did pick them to win, and they got this game correct. They win 84-80 over Pitt-Johnstown. The Vulcans improved to 18-6 with a 15-2 record in conference play. Pitt-Johnstown drops to 11-14 with a 5-12 record in conference play, and are most likely going to be the first team eliminated from the PSAC West. I mean, there's only 2 teams that are going to miss, but they're probably going to be very darn close to missing here very soon, as they currently sit 2 games out of the playoffs with only 3 games left. Also, California is another team, the third team mentioned that is being represented from the Atlantic region that was in the first initial rankings that came out on Wednesday. For California, my player of the game goes to Bryson Lucas, who I think is actually making a pretty late surge for the PSAC West Defensive Player of the Year. He could win it for a second time in his career. He and Maine Forbes right now my top 2 favorites for that award right now. 37 minutes, went 7 of 16 from the field, 1 of 6 from three-point range, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals for 22 points. Antoine Hernandez, 33 minutes, had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal for 18 points. Keanu DeShields in 26 minutes on the bench had 4 rebounds, 1 assist for 17 points. And Jordan Buchanan in 25 minutes had 1 rebound, 4 assists, and 2 steals for 10 points. In the first half, California shot 46.3% from the field, 16.7% in the three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Second half shot 43.3% from the field, 33.3% from the three-point range, and 82.4% from the free throw line. Overall, the Vulcans of Penn West California shot 45.1% from the field, 20% from the three-point range, and 81% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to California. Man, my voice feels like it's it's kicking back in again. For Pitt-Johnstown, yet again, no surprise, my player of the game is Peyton Forup. 32 minutes, went 8 of 16 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 13 rebounds, 2 assists for 17 points. My time boy, Vinny Cugini, just celebrated his 21st birthday last weekend. 32 minutes, had 4 rebounds, 1 assist for 17 points. And Adam Belinsky in 37 minutes had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals for 10 points. In the first half, Pitt-Johnstown shot 48.5% from the field, 44.4% from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. Second half shot 41.9% from the field, 30.8% from the three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. Overall, the Mountain Cats of Pitt-Johnstown shot 44.7% from the floor, 36.4% from three-point range, 50% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Pitt-Johnstown. Second to last game, we're going to go with our game, IUP hosting Seton Hill on this past Wednesday at the KCAC. In the first half, IUP outscored Seton Hill 37-31. Second half, IUP outscored Seton Hill 43-39 as the Crimson Hawks get another key win, winning 80-70 over the Griffins. The Crimson Hawks improved to 19-4 with a 14-3 record in conference play. Still insane that they would still be first in the East with 14 wins. But they're third because they're stuck behind the 2 juggernauts in Ganon and California. Seton Hill drops to 13-12 with a 7-10 record in conference play. For Seton Hill, my player of the game goes to Kendrick Curtis, who returned for the Griffins for the second straight game. In 34 minutes, we went 9 of 14 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point range, 1 of 3 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for 22 points. Camden Brewer in 33 minutes had 6 rebounds, 2 assists for 15 points. Dean Simmons in 24 minutes had 6 rebounds, 1 assist for 11 points. No Ed Ortiz again. In the first half, Seton Hill shot 34.3% from the field, 21.1% from three-point range, and 75% from the free throw line. Second half shot 44.1% from the field, 38.5% from the three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. Overall, the Griffins of Seton Hill shot 39.1% from the floor, 28.1% from three-point range, and 70% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Seton Hill. With this win, by the way, I forgot to mention, Joe Lombardi, the reason why I called this episode 450 for Lombardi is because Joe Lombardi has officially won his 450th career game as the coach of the IUP Crimson Hawks. Congratulations to Joe Lombardi for a huge milestone. He is most likely going to reach 500 wins in the next couple years, hopefully, if things go correctly. For IUP, my player of the game, no surprise, Dallas Dillard. 38 minutes, went 6 of 14 from the field, 2 of 5 from three-point range, 6 of 9 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 block, and 2 steals for 20 points. Going into tomorrow's matchup against Clarion, I had the big threes numbers. Dillard is now 32 points away from 1,000, so there is a chance he could hit it tomorrow. His career high is 31 points when he hit tied last week against Slippery Rock. Would be awesome, as I am going to be in attendance for this game tomorrow. If he does not hit it tomorrow, that is okay. He will most likely do it next Wednesday at California. Also, I forgot to mention Kendrick Curtis with his 22 points. He's now hit over 1,000 points in his career at Seton Hill. So congrats to Kendrick Curtis. Christian Moore in 34 minutes went 6 of 16 from the field, 4 of 12 from three-point range, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds for 17 points. He is now 110 points away from hitting 1,000 at IUP. Demir Brooks in 23 minutes went 3 of 3 from the field and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks, and a steal for 9 points. Kamani Marrero in 29 minutes went 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point range, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 2 steals for 6 points. Now sitting 242 points away from 1,000. Tyler Grove in 19 minutes went 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point range, 7 rebounds for 5 points. Off the bench, Bautista Rodriguez really starting to play as the key guy for the Crimson Hawks bench. In 21 minutes, went 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds with 1 steal and 1 block for 10 points. Luke Triggs in 16 minutes went 4 of 7 from the field, of 2 from three-point range, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds for 9 points. Ian Herring in 20 minutes went 1 of 5 from the field, of 1 from three-point range, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, and a steal for 4 points. In the first half, Indiana shot 42.4% from the field, 31.3% from three-point range, and 66.7% from the free throw line. Second half shot 46.2% from the field, 33.3% from three-point range, and 68.2% from the free throw line. Overall, the Crimson Hawks of IUP shot 44.1% from the floor, 32.1% from three-point range, and 67.9% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to IUP. And we saved the best game for last, as it was the battle at the time, the battle for first place in the PSAC East between Westchester and Shepherd at the Butcher Athletic Center in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. In the first half, Westchester outscored Shepherd 33-31. Second half, Westchester outscored Shepherd 47-43. Westchester gets a key win on the road, their 19th win of the regular season, their 13th win in conference play, winning 80-74 over Shepherd. The Golden Rams improved, as I just mentioned. They got their 19th win. They're 19-6 overall and 13-5 in conference play. Another team that's mentioned in the Atlantic Region rankings. So I'll talk about that here after this game. Shepherd drops to 16-9 with a 13-6 record in conference play. For Westchester, my player of the game goes to Ruben Rodriguez. In 38 minutes, went 9 of 17 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal for 21 points. Anthony McCall in 32 minutes had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for 20 points. Gabe Moss had a double-double in 34 minutes with 11 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal for 17 points. And Joe Sedora off the bench in 11 minutes had 1 rebound and 1 steal for 10 points. In the first half, Westchester shot 40.5% from the field, 25% from three-point range, and 33.3% from the free throw line. Second half shot 60.9% from the field, 20% from three-point range, and 81.8% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Rams of Westchester shot 48.3% from the floor, 23.1% from three-point range, and 76% from the free throw line. There was a technical foul assessed to the bench of Westchester. For Shepherd, my player of the game goes to Elaine Wardlaw. He and Marcus Banks put up 58 of Shepherd's 74 combined total points. Elaine Wardlaw played all 40 minutes, going 11 of 20 from the field, 3 of 9 from three-point range, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds for 32 points. Marcus Banks in 37 minutes had 6 rebounds, 2 assists for 26 points. In the first half, Shepherd shot 57.1% from the field, 16.7% from three-point range, and 60% from the free throw line. Second half shot 46.2% from the field, 33.3% from three-point range, and 88.2% from the free throw line. Overall, the Rams of Shepherd shot 51.1% from the field, 27.8% from three-point range, and 77.8% from the free throw line. No technical fouls assessed to Shepherd. Okay. So the NCAA's first release of the Atlantic Region rankings came out on Wednesday. Obviously, the standings or teams' records are not correct to compare where they are right now. This is where they came out on Wednesday. Actually, it was February 15th, so that would have been on Sunday. But they officially came out on Wednesday. So the 10 teams that are in include Penn West California. At the time, they were 17-6. The University of Charleston out of the Mountain East, 15-8. in region play, they were 15-7. East Stroudsburg, 18-7 out of the PSAC. Fairmont State, they're a top 10 team in the country, 19-4 with an 18-3 record in region play. Fayetteville State out of the CIAA, 18-6. Ganon, 22-2. They were 21-1 in region play. IUP, 17-4. 17-4 in region play. Virginia Union out of the CIAA, they were 20-3, 19-3 in region play. Westchester out of the PSAC, 17-6. And then West Liberty out of the Mountain East, 21-3 with a 20-2 record in region play. So California, East Stroudsburg, Ganon, IUP, and Westchester. So 5 teams in the initial rankings from the PSAC. 3 teams from the Mountain East, University of Charleston, West Liberty, and Fairmont State. And then 2 teams from the CIAA, the 2 big favorites, Virginia Union and Fayetteville State. So the official rankings, the teams will be switched into their normal rankings next Wednesday. All right, now we go to the standings real quick. Going to the East, in first place is Westchester, still 13-5 in conference play, 19-6 overall on a 2-game winning streak. Second place now is East Stroudsburg, 13-6 in conference play, 19-7 overall on a 3-game winning streak. They will not play until next Wednesday when they host Kutztown. Also moving up is Millersville in third place, 13-6 in conference play, 18-8 overall on a 2-game winning streak. I was going to say East Stroudsburg and Westchester play next Saturday. That's going to be a big matchup. Fourth place, going from second to fourth, is Shepherd. They're 12-6 in conference play, 16-9 overall on a 1-game losing streak. Fifth place is Shippensburg. They're 7-11 in conference play, 12-13 overall on a 2-game losing streak. They were the only team that did not play on Wednesday. They are on the doorstep of reaching the playoffs. All they need is either a win or a Bloomsburg loss tomorrow, and Shippensburg will officially clinch a playoff spot. Sixth place is Lock Haven. They're 5-13 in conference play, 9-16 overall on a 2-game losing streak. The 3 teams outside the playoffs are as followed. Seventh place is Bloomsburg. They're 4-14 in conference play, 7-18 overall on a 1-game losing streak. Eighth place is Kutztown, still in right now, 3-15 in conference play, 6-17 overall on a 2-game losing streak. And ninth is Mansfield, already out of playoff contention, 2-17 in conference play, 3-22 overall on a 1-game winning streak. Going to the West. Still 3 teams that have clinched playoff spots, but there is teams that could clinch this weekend, depending on a series of circumstances. But we'll wait and see. First place is Ganon, most likely going to be the number 1 seed in the West. They're 16-1 in conference play, 23-2 overall on a 10-game winning streak. Second place is California. They're 15-2 in conference play, 18-6 overall on a 3-game winning streak. Third place is IUP, 14-3 in conference play, 19-4 overall on a 6-game winning streak. Another win for IUP tomorrow could possibly put them in the top 25. They are very close to the top 25, going possibly with a win going in the next week in the top 25. Fourth place is Slippery Rock. This is where we get to the losing records. Fourth place is Slippery Rock. They're 8-9 in conference play, 15-10 overall on a 2-game losing streak. Fifth place is Edinburgh. They're 8-9 in conference play, 12-12 overall on a 1-game losing streak. Sixth place is still Seton Hill. They're still in via the tiebreaker, 7-10 in conference play, 13-12 overall on a 7-game losing streak. Also 7-10 in conference play, and just outside the playoffs is Clarion. They're 12-13 record overall on a 1-game winning streak. And dead last, now 2 games out of being in 7th place is Pitt-Johnstown. They're 5-12 in conference play, 11-14 overall on a 5-game losing streak. Most likely will clinch dead last in the West for the 3rd straight season. And they are very close to being eliminated from playoff contention. Could be possibly out this weekend, but I guess we'll wait to see what the future holds for the Mountain Cats. All I got to say is those 3 words. Don't get eliminated for the teams that are still in the playoff hunt. All right. On to the 8 games for tomorrow. Also, as I mentioned before, I got 5 out of 8 games correct from Wednesday. 196 out of 267 games I've gotten correct, 73.4%. So we're still good. On the doorstep of reaching 200 games correct this season. Now, going to our games for tomorrow, all 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time games. First one, Mansfield traveling to the IUP Fieldhouse in Shippensburg. Mansfield's 3-22, Shippensburg 12-13. Again, all they need to do is win, or Bloomsburg loses to Millersville, and Shippensburg is in. Lockhaven travels to Westchester. Lockhaven 9-16, Westchester 19-6 at the Hollinger Fieldhouse. Seton Hill and Slippery Rock. Seton Hill's 13-12, Slippery Rock 15-10. Game is at the Mara Fieldhouse. Clarion and IUP, we'll talk about here shortly. Shepherd and Kutztown. Shepherd 16-9, Kutztown 6-17. Game is at the Keystone Arena. Millersville and Bloomsburg. Millersville 18-8, Bloomsburg 8-17 at the H.E. Nelson Fieldhouse. And believe it or not, this is my last page for the regular season. Hard to believe that's how fast this season has gone. California and Edinburgh at the Macomb Fieldhouse. California is 18-6, Edinburgh is 12-12. Pitt-Johnstown and Ganon. Pitt-Johnstown's 11-14, Ganon's 23-2. Ganon is at the Highmark Event Center. All right, now let's talk about our game. As I pull these up, IUP and Clarion. All-time record going into tomorrow's matchup, the Crimson Hawks are 1,534 and 799 all-time. 658 winning percentage all-time for the Crimson Hawks. Lombardi's win totals at IUP. He is now 450 and 141. Against the PSAC, he is exactly 200 games above 500 against the PSAC, going 280 and 80. The Golden Eagles entered the KCAC with a 12-13 record in conference play, 12-13 record overall this year, 7-10 in conference play, 7th in the West, trying to hopefully get into the playoffs. Their opponent, IUP, 19-4 overall, 14-3 in conference play, 3rd in the West, only behind the big 2 in California and Ganon. This is the 184th all-time meeting between these 2 programs. IUP has won the series, leads the all-time series 124-59. Last time these 2 teams met was January 24th. So approximately 28 days ago between that matchup and the matchup coming up for tomorrow. IUP won that matchup 73-68 in Clarion. So the matchup is for tomorrow, Saturday, February 21st, 2026 at 3 p.m. Eastern at the KCAC in Indiana. Travel time from Tippin to the KCAC about 57 miles or 91.7 kilometers, so around approximately 92 kilometers, 1 hour and 21 minutes. On to the 7 key elements of the Honorable Judge Noah's fundamentals of basketball. Points per game. Category win goes to IUP. Both these teams are pretty good at scoring. IUP is 4th, Clarion is 6th in scoring. IUP is at 85.3, Clarion's at 82 points per game. Defensive points per game allowed, IUP wins again. They're 3rd in conference in points per game allowed at 72.7. Clarion is only ahead of Mansfield in points per game allowed. They're 16th in the conference, 2nd to last, at 81.8 points per game allowed. Field goal percentage, another easy win for IUP. They're 4th in the conference compared to Clarion, who is 12th. IUP is shooting 48.1% from the field. Clarion is at 45.5%. 3-point field goal percentage, we got an automatic winner, first of 2 today. IUP wins this category. They're still number 1 in the conference at 37.5%. Clarion is 5th at 35%. Field goal percentage, or free throw percentage. IUP wins this category as well. 72.9%, they're 3rd in the conference. Clarion is 13th in the conference at 69.3%. Just verifying that. Yep, that's right. Rebounding, very close, but IUP wins this category yet again. 10th in the conference in rebounding at 37.1. Clarion is 12th at 36 rebounds per game. And lastly, assist to turnover ratio. IUP is the automatic winner at 1.45 assists per turnover. Clarion's tied for 7th with East Stroudsburg at 1.15. Overall winner of this scenario is IUP. For the second time this season, IUP swept the categories against Clarion, and it's the second straight game that's happened where we had a unanimous decision, and the fourth time this season we've had IUP win all 7 categories. Hard to believe that. That never happened in the first 2 years of doing this, and now it's happened 4 times. And actually, I think it was 2 or 3 times IUP was close to doing it unanimously again. Top 3 scores for IUP, no changes. Their top scorers, of course, number 5, Dallas Dillard, who, let's be real, should win the PSAC West Athlete of the Year award, especially since, he had 20 points on Wednesday and Prosser only had 13. So he's almost 4 points per game ahead of him. His numbers are way out of the league compared to Prosser's. Only free throw percentage is really the only thing that he's being outmatched. But pretty much every major category, Dillard has better numbers than Prosser. He's averaging 20.9 points, 6.3 rebounds per game, shooting 46.9% from the field and 41.2% from three-point range. Second highest scoring player is number 11, Christian Moore, averaging 17.5 points, 3.3 rebounds per game, shooting 48% from the field and just under 42% from three-point range at 41.6. Third highest scoring player is number 1, Kamani Marrero, averaging 12.7 points, 2.5 rebounds per game, shooting 44.1% or 44.4% from the field and just under 37% from three-point range at 36.7. Top 3 scores for Clarion. Their top scorer is number 4, the 6-foot guard and senior from Gainesville, Virginia, Trey Nelson. In the last matchup against IUP, Trey Nelson in 38 minutes had 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. Nelson this season is averaging 14.8 points, 3.2 rebounds per game, shooting 53.4% from the field, and a very impressive 45.1% from three-point range. Definitely got to watch out for him. Their second highest scoring player is number 14, 6'5" guard and redshirt junior from Venetia, Pennsylvania, Gavin Cody. Against IUP, he, in 32 minutes, had 13 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists. Cody this season is averaging 14.1 points, 3.2 rebounds per game, shooting 38.5% from the field and 36.6% from three-point range. And their third highest scoring player is number 20, 6'5" forward and redshirt junior from Shippensburg, Pennsylvania, Jeremy Thomas II, who had a very good performance against IUP in his last start. He had a double-double against the Crimson Hawks in 25 minutes, had 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. This season, he's averaging 12.1 points, 7.5 rebounds per game, shooting 55.3% from the field and 12.5% from three-point range, going 1 of 8 from three-point range. Now, normally this is where I do my 3 keys of the game. CLA is the 3 letters I do for Clarion. But it is a very special game. It is the IUP Chuck Spatafora's Faith Night game, which the Crimson Hawks host every year in February usually, where they will play their games, the women's and men's games, and then after the men's game, they will do a special presentation, roughly like an hour and a half, where players and coaches from IUP Athletics will explain their testimonies. Very cool game to go to. I believe this is my 3rd Faith Night game I've been to. This is, I believe, the 8th season they've done this. So it's pretty cool that I'll be in attendance for this game. My mom's has been to this a couple times. For my girlfriend, this is her first time going to this, so I'm very excited that both of them will be coming with me tomorrow to Indiana. But my 3 keys of the game, I actually didn't even do my regular 3 keys to the game. Instead, because of the Faith Night themed, I decided to do 3 worship songs as the letters C, L, and A. First one is Chainbreaker, which is a song from Zach Williams. L, Love of God, that's Brandon Lake and my favorite Christian artist, Phil Wickham. And then A, Awake My Soul. Which I'm trying to remember who sings that song. I believe that is, Brooke Fraser and Hillsong Worship. Cool. All right, on to my picks and predictions for tomorrow's matchups. I don't even have my notebook now. I just tossed it to the side. Pitt-Johnstown and Ganon. I'm going to go with Ganon. California and Edinburgh. I'm going to go with the Vulcans. Even though I'd love to see Edinburgh win, because that would make things more interesting for Wednesday's matchup at California. Millersville and Bloomsburg. I'm going to go with Millersville. Shippensburg and Mansfield. Congratulations, Shippensburg. Regardless, if Bloomsburg loses or you win, I'm still picking you to win. So you should be safe to get in the playoffs tomorrow. Shepherd and Kutztown. I'm going to go with Shepherd. Waukegan and Westchester. Give me Westchester. Seton Hill and Seton. Seton Hill won the first matchup by 26 earlier this year to McKenna. I think Seton gets revenge and they will beat They will beat the Griffins. And then IUP and Clarion. Clarion surprised me 2 years ago when it's always the second game against Clarion that IUP struggles. 2 years ago, they lost on Senior Day, 62-59. And then last year, they played at Clarion in the last game of the regular season and got absolutely destroyed. I think this is a different scenario. IUP is going to win this game with relative ease. I think they will. It'll be a little bit closer than, let's say a win against Mansfield or Bloomsburg earlier this year. But I think IUP wins against Clarion and they will sweep the season series against the Golden Eagles. With that being said, that is going to conclude Season 3, Episode 26 of the PCBC. I will see you guys on Tuesday, February 24th, for the second to last episode of the regular season. And we will officially be taught the CIAA men's basketball tournament in Baltimore begins on Tuesday as well. So for Season 3, Episode 28, which comes out next Friday, February 27th, I will be briefly going through the games of the CIAA men's basketball tournament. But until then, I'm your host, the Honorable Judge Noah, reporting live from Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, saying so long, have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday for the second to last episode of the regular season, Season 3, Episode 27. Until then, we are on recess.